Welcome to the next episode of Marriage, Mess, and Margaritas. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Jessica.
And I'm Alicia. And yes, we're actually drinking margaritas while recording this. Because how else would you talk about life, marriage, and chaos?
This podcast is our happy hour therapy. Just 3 women, 3 different stories, and a whole lot of real talk. No filters, no perfect Pinterest mom energy, just the mess.
We're all married, most days happily. And between the laundry piles, carpool lines, and late night what even is life convos, we realized we can't be the only ones needing a space like this.
So welcome. Whether you're married, single, mom and heart, or just here for the margs, we're glad you're listening.
Each week, we'll pour a drink and dive into real conversations. Relationships, mental health, mom fails, friendship, body image, intimacy, you name it.
And don't worry, there'll be plenty of laughs, oversharing, and probably a few spicy takes.
We'll also share listener stories, answer your questions, and maybe cry into our drinks once or twice. But it's all love here.
So grab a margarita, settle in, and let's kick off this beautifully messy ride together.
Welcome to Marriage, Mess, and Margaritas.
Let the chaos begin.
Hey friends, welcome back to Marriage, Mess, and Margaritas. It's week 7 and we are diving into the trust factor. This one is big because trust can either be the glue that holds your marriage together or, well, the thing that makes it crumble. And since we like to pair every serious conversation with a little something fun in our glasses, we are sipping on cucumber mint margaritas this week. This drink just felt right because trust, like cucumbers, keeps things cool. And that's the refreshing feeling you get when you can just relax and know your spouse has your back. So, how's everyone's week? Any trust testing moments? So, for us, your husband had invited Taylor out for some
Cigar night.
Yes.
Bourbon cigar night, yes.
Yes, and Matt was going. And we had promised our oldest that we would have like a movie candy night. So she had just gotten her braces off and she hadn't been able to eat chewy candy in like 2 years. So we were going to go to the dollar store and buy some candy and have a candy salad and popcorn and spend, watch a movie together. We watched the Lilo and Stitch movie. It was really cute. But anyways, it was just nice that he checked in with me before he committed to that. Because he had forgotten that we had made that promise to our oldest. I was very appreciative that he asked before he committed to
That is very
Nick.
nice.
Yeah.
I agree. Yes, all the guys were going to go out for that cigar bourbon night. Nick does, before he plans anything, does always ask if we have anything planned or if it would be okay. So that was nice of him to do as well. Mm-hmm. What about you, Alicia?
Well, this week Matt was out of town. So he went to a work conference, and I was home with the kids without him, and it was challenging not having support from him, but otherwise, it was nice to have him gone too.
Now, when he's away on work stuff, will he check in with you guys, make sure everything's okay?
Oh, definitely. He checks in the whole time we're in communication.
Well, that's good.
Yes, that is very nice.
So, clearly we've had a few moments this week, but let's talk about the bigger picture of trust. Because it's not just about the big betrayals. Sometimes it's those everyday things that can make or break it. When it comes to marriage and trust, focusing on those little things, what does it look like for you? Like, do you trust your spouse? I know y'all's kids are older, but did you ever feel like you questioned your trust for them as far as putting the kids to bed and making sure they handled bedtime routine without you? Or did you feel like you had to hover and linger to make sure they did it right?
I did not have to hover and linger. We agree on how we parent and bedtimes and everything. The kids never had a problem sticking to bedtimes when it was time to go to bed. So we've always had a mutual trust and respect for each other.
I think for us, it's similar. Our kids always had a routine for sleep. And so they always went to bed fine. Nick was actually probably better at it than I was, putting the kids to bed at a certain time. But no, I've never had a question what he was doing with the kids, if he was doing it the way I wanted him to do it or anything. He always...
Shoot, I was just grateful for the times when he did put him to bed.
Exactly.
And I got some time to myself. So yeah, I always trusted Taylor too.
Right.
Do you always feel like they would tell you how much they spent on a purchase?
Yes, Nick would. Nick
Yeah.
would tell me.
I think Taylor would too. Taylor would probably check with me before he did any big purchases.
Right, of course.
Unlike my husband, who decided to go out and get those Meta glasses and tell me about it after the fact, which was fine because I do it all the time too. But he typically does not do that, so I was surprised, not mad, but surprised that he did that.
Were you surprised again in a good way? Like, good for you for going out and doing that. Or were you surprised of, hey, where was mine?
I was looking for mine.
Did you ever look into ordering yourself some?
After he bought his, definitely.
Did you decide against it though now?
Yeah, I did.
Weren't you looking at some pots?
Did you get the pots?
I did not get the pots, believe it or not. I'm doing really good. But yeah, so there are some stainless steel pots that I have been looking at for a while. I've discussed it with him. He said that's a no-go, but after those Meta glasses showed up, I might have some brand new pots shortly.
Okay, so let's take it a little step further. If your spouse gave you their phone unlocked for 10 minutes, what's the first app you'd open and why?
I think I would open up Twitch. My husband streams and games and all that stuff, so I think not checking on him, but I think that's the app that he would use the most during the day.
Yeah.
And I would open my husband's banking app so I could transfer some money into my account.
So you have two separate accounts.
That's right.
Y'all have a joint too, or like
we have a joint account, and then we each have our own separate accounts. For mine is for play money, and I think his is for backup bill money.
Now, do you allocate out of your check how much goes to each one, kind of thing?
I think all the money goes into our main one, and then we'll just pull it out.
Oh,
yeah,
that's how you do it.
Yeah.
So he doesn't see your bank account and you don't see his bank account. That's completely separate.
That's right.
You don't share those passwords. Or you have it if you needed to.
Yeah, I think our passwords are pretty much the same.
Oh, okay.
All the way around. His password, my password, they are the same. So I guess technically we do have each other's passwords. I've just never.
Now, are your
used
names
them.
on each of those individual accounts?
No.
So just your name is on yours.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. I think for Taylor, I would probably open, oh gosh, I don't know. Probably his Facebook or his text messages. I don't know, just to be nosy.
Just to be nosy.
Yeah.
So what app do you think they would open for you guys?
Taylor would probably open my Snapchat first. And it's
Okay.
not even like I use it that much. Like I think I took like 3 or 4 days to respond back to you the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And usually by that time, whoever's messaged me has forgotten whatever they sent
Yeah.
me.
That's right.
So I did try to mention the cat to see if
Good,
it like
because I
sparked
had no
your memory.
idea.
But yeah, like I don't even use it that much. I use it to take pictures and I'll post every now and then on there, but I hardly ever get on there. But I think he has it in his mind that I do get on it all the time.
What do you think Matt would open?
My messages, because
Your text messages.
My text messages, because as soon as I get a little bit annoyed, I'm texting somebody.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so you
I
can
guess,
find out
yeah.
all the thoughts that I have going on that I didn't share with him.
I guess Nick would probably do text messages or my Instagram.
Okay.
I think either
Yeah.
one of those. Now, if you open up your phone, what does it say that you've been on the most this week?
Let's see.
So mine's been pretty boring. Mine says Waze because I've been driving around quite a bit this week. But then messages does come up, 41 minutes today.
Okay, I beat you with 56 minutes of messages.
Okay. I have no Instagram today.
Me either. But my Facebook and my mail actually took up 25 minutes each.
Okay.
Okay, so I opened up and looked at the whole week because my day has been very boring. Most of my time was spent on Walmart. So for this week, though, I did pull up the week. I've been really stuck on this solitaire game. And so I have spent at least an hour and a half this past week on solitaire.
Wow, must be nice.
Yes.
Now, okay, do your husbands have your password and vice versa?
He has my password to my phone. So I feel like if he can get into my phone, he can get into all my stuff.
True.
But now he does not have like individual passwords to apps and things like that.
See, I think Nick has my password to my phone, but I'm like Alicia. I use the same password for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if I was logged out of my Facebook, he could get it.
I usually rotate between like 3.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm sure that yes, he could get in if he needed to. But I mean, it stays logged in on my phone.
Yeah. So we have each other's passwords for just about everything.
Okay, so what's your thoughts about like sharing social media?
Oh, I'm all for it.
I'm totally against it.
Me too.
Okay.
I definitely.
Why are you guys against it first?
The only people that share accounts are people that have had affairs. From my
I feel the same way.
From my experience in life.
And
Yes.
every time one comes up where they're together, I'm like, oh, something's happened to them.
That's really what you think?
100%.
Yes, 100%.
Really? I don't use social media that much, so for me, it's just pointless to each have an account now. Back in the day, I used to love having our own accounts because we had different friends, but now, like, you and your spouses, we're all mutual friends.
Yeah, but when it's time to wish you happy birthday, who are we wishing happy birthday to? You or Nick?
That's true. You can't have both birthdays on there, so one of you is going to be forgotten.
I would be forgotten. I'm fine with that.
Well, we're not.
I want to know when
But
your
you
birthday's
should be able to
coming up.
message me separately. Happy birthday.
You should be able to text your friends separately, period, and have your own social
Correct,
media
I agree.
accounts.
Text, yeah, of course. I'm not going to have the same phone as Nick. But social media, I think if some people love social media and are on it all the time, and that is great for them. But I'm not on it that much.
I'm
So
not
I
on it
don't
that
feel
much
like
either.
I need it anymore.
That has nothing to do with sharing. You can delete
I
your
could
account.
just delete my account and use Nick's account. Because the only thing I
But
like
just
to
don't
look
put
at,
your name on his account.
Well, that's fine. I don't need to do that
Okay.
then. But I would just do that. Delete my account and use his account.
But then that'll make me sad because I like to just know that you're there.
Okay. Well, I'll
Same.
Just leave it. Okay, so how do you build trust from the start or rebuild it after it's broken?
I think communication is like the key to it. You've got to be able to communicate together, even through the conflicts and the tough times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think keeping those small promises are really big. And then communicating openly as well.
I like that you said the small promises, are really big because that's how you build trust little by little. And then if I can't trust you with the little things, how am I going to trust you with the big things?
Well, that's
Yeah,
true.
Absolutely.
That's true. But in marriage, I feel like you're so much of a team that you just have to work together, communicate together, keep those promises together.
And have that trust together.
Correct.
So here's a spicy one. Would you rather your spouse have dinner with their ex once a year or keep one secret from you forever? Which one feels harder to handle and why?
So I think both of them are terrible. I don't think I could ever pick one over the other because I think they're both, this is about trust. I don't think either one of them I would be able to trust that person.
I would totally let my husband go to dinner with his ex.
Oh no, I'd rather deal with a secret.
I guess dealing with the secret that he could never tell you would be okay because you don't know it's a secret because it's a secret.
The secrets are never secrets. They always come out.
They do.
Yeah.
So then it's just, both of them would be heart-wrenching. I could not do either one.
I think that I would be, my wheels would spin every day, every year on that day that he goes to dinner. I would be just thinking like, why are you continuing to do this every year? My jealousy would get the better of me for sure. I don't think that I could handle that.
No, I would still let him go to dinner because he knows what he has at home, and if he doesn't realize it by now, he can stay going to dinner with his ex every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jess, you can't pick?
No.
Nope.
I don't think I would pick either one. I think both of them would be heart-wrenching. I don't think a secret stays a secret for long. I think everything does come out in the open. And so I think once that came out, then knowing that has been going on is going to kill you. And then also having him go out to dinner, I agree, that's going to be heart-wrenching.
But what if it's a small secret? Like, I took
There's no
the last
small
cookie.
secrets.
I took the last cookie and it was your favorite cookie and I didn't tell you because it was your favorite cookie, but I really wanted it.
See, I'm a really bad liar, so I would not be able to do that.
But we're talking about him. So what if his secret is he took the last cookie and it was your favorite cookie and he didn't tell you?
I don't know. I think he would laugh at me if he took the last cookie.
Do you trust your spouse with everything? Finances, parenting decisions, or even your vulnerabilities? Or are there areas where you're like, nope, I've got to handle this myself because I don't fully trust how they'll do it?
No, I think I am fully, I trust him completely with the kids, all the house stuff, all the family stuff. I think my vulnerability has been something I've worked on throughout the years to be vulnerable to him. But no, I do trust him.
Yeah. I trust Taylor with everything too. I do think that there's like small things though, like cleaning.
But is that you don't trust him, or is it that no one, whether your spouse or your friend or your sister or whatever, is ever going to clean or do something the way you want it? So is it that you don't trust him, or that it's not up to your standards, which is fine. I'm not saying that's bad.
It's probably just not up to my standards.
That's what
I
I
mean,
think.
to me, I'm like, okay, you swept, but you didn't move the bar stools out to sweep under the bar stools. Like,
Correct.
that's still the floor. So I can trust him to clean, but is he going to clean it all the way?
No, they're not.
They never do.
No. And
Yeah.
I've had to come to that realization of it can either be an argument and I'm going to ask you, because in my head it's the stools. You see the stools, why not just move them?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't, it's not that they're not doing it to be mean to you. They just do not think to move them.
Well, yeah, because to them, they're probably like, oh, we don't sit there that often.
Correct.
We don't have to clean
Or I
underneath
can
there.
sweep around it. Why do I have to move it?
That's true. Now, I don't think that I would trust Taylor to pay the bills on time either if he handled all the finances. Either everything would have to be on auto draft,
Correct.
or
Nick
he
will
would
put everything on auto draft.
he would forget.
Yeah, well, I keep everything in auto draft because I forget.
Okay. Yeah, I think Nick will put everything in auto draft. I think he'd have to.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise it would not get paid.
Yeah.
All right, so what about little breaches? Like white lies, forgotten commitments, or promises that don't happen? How do those add up?
I think they can add up, like what Alicia was saying with the little promises. I think those add up if they're broken. And so I think that's when, for me, I was a person where I just would let things bottle up and not say anything, and then eventually everyone's going to blow.
Mm-hmm.
So then I felt like everything would come out. And instead now I've learned, okay, like as silly as the stools, communicating with him in a respectful way instead of being like, obviously move the stools. It's more of a respectful way of, hey, when you do sweep, do you mind moving the stools and sweep it?
Oh, I don't even mention the stools anymore. I just sweep it the next time. Like I have learned to let those little things
Correct.
go. Like
you
the
either
dishes.
have to let them go, or you have to communicate in a more effective
Yes.
way.
Like the
Respectfully.
The dishes are a big thing for me. So, like, I hate seeing dishes pile up in the
Yes.
sink. But ever since I've started working from home, that has seemed to happen a lot more than it used to. And so I've had to just kind of let it go and be
Yeah.
grateful for the times that he does do it. And then when he doesn't, I'll do it.
And one day you're going to miss those dirty dishes.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Why am I going to miss them?
I hate dirty dishes as well. I cannot sleep if my sink is dirty, full, anything. I can't do it.
Oh, I can't
But
either.
one day we will miss when the kids my kids are the worst. They get a cup, drink a glass of water, put it in the sink. An hour later, come up, get another cup of water, put it back in the sink.
Oh, I was just thinking about my husband and how messy he is in the kitchen.
So I think about like all the kids and how one
Okay,
day that's going to be gone.
It is going to be gone. You're right. You're right.
That day has come sooner for me because we just use paper plates and forks and knives.
So your garbage pile's got to be huge.
Yes, but that's his job.
Wasn't it you where the kids were throwing away like the
real silverware?
Yes.
Why were they doing that?
Because they're teenagers and that's what apparently teenagers
I
do.
remember you saying that.
Instead of washing it or putting it in the dishwasher.
would
They
throw it
just
out.
toss
I
it
forgot
out.
who I
Oh,
was talking to
gosh.
the other day
Yep.
about it.
Yep, we were down to like 2 forks at one point. It was so bad. And then I had to go to Sam's to buy the jumbo bunch of cheap forks and knives and spoons. And those started going missing. So I said, fine, we'll just switch to paper and plastic.
Right. Now, the garbage, you said that's his job. Do you
Mhm.
ever feel like you have to tell him, hey, get the garbage out?
Um,
Or do you just trust that he's going to see it and do it?
I mean, sometimes he's been blind to the overflowing trash cans, but it doesn't bother me because that's not my job. That's not my battle.
So you just keep walking,
That's
going
his
about
job.
your business?
Yep, he can do it when he wants to.
Huh.
Oh, goodness. So do you, like, teeter it on top?
That's right.
You will. You play Tetris.
That's
with the
right.
garbage.
Oh,
Yep.
goodness. See, and that, like, drives me nuts. So even today, Taylor had come home at lunchtime, and we have 2 trash cans, and so he had lifted the bags out of the cans to make them taller so you
Right.
could put more trash in
Yes,
there.
I've done that.
Okay, well, that's fine. But then when the trash reaches the top of that, like, it's
That's it.
really
Yeah.
time. And he still had not touched them. I ended up having to call him in there. I was like, can you, because I hate taking the trash out too.
So you won't touch it.
I will if I have to, or if I'm there by myself, but I hate touching it. I hate walking it to the trash can. I hate taking the trash can to the road. So that is his job. I do it occasionally, but it is his job. And so I ended up having to call him in there to get it out. Take it out. Like, obviously it needed to go out.
I don't think I say anything. I think Nick, for the most part, does the garbage, yes. But there are some days where if I'm down there, I'll just do it. Or Nick will see that I'm about to do it and then tell the boys, hey, go get the garbage.
Oh,
That's sweet.
that is sweet. I mean, it's sweet that you've got sons that'll do that. My girls would look at Taylor like he was crazy if he tried to tell them
Oh,
to
of
go get
course.
the trash.
They're girls.
I know, but that's sweet.
Yeah, my daughter would do the same thing. Excuse me?
Well, and I feel like your sons are very respectful, and they probably hop
Oh,
right up
thank
and
you.
do it.
Oh, definitely. Immediately. After a couple tries.
They're still teenagers after all, right?
So this one might hurt a little. Is emotional cheating harder to forgive than physical cheating? Why or why not? I feel like for me, emotional cheating is harder to forgive.
You think it's harder to forgive?
I do. I struggle with that. And kind of leading into this podcast, I had talked to Taylor about it. Now, for him, it's physical. He thinks physical is harder to forgive. I think emotional is, because I feel like if you've developed, to him, he feels like if you've gotten physical, then you've already bypassed the emotional and it's there. But I don't always think that. I think that, I mean, you can be physical and there not be emotion there necessarily. Right. I think emotion, you've connected on that deeper level.
Yes.
So for me, it's emotional cheating. Emotional cheating would be harder for me to forgive.
And for me, it would be physical cheating, which I would not be able to forgive. Just to know that all those intimate parts have been used by somebody else, some skanky person, I wouldn't feel comfortable being intimate again after that. So, and that's an important aspect of a marriage, and that would be broken.
I definitely think both would be very hard, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think both of them would be hard. I think they're both hard. I think they're both considered affairs. I know some people have said, oh, emotional, it wasn't physical, so it was not considered an affair. I do think both of them.
Oh, 100%.
You know, your eye going another direction, you know, communicating in an inappropriate way, they're both wrong. Or physically doing something, it's all wrong. I think they're both hard to forgive. I think there's got to be a lot of, you know, prayer, a lot of grace, a lot of forgiving to be able to move past either one of those.
Where have you personally had to loosen the reins and just trust? Was that hard for you to do?
I think with our kids and as a family unit to know that, you know, biblically Nick is a leader of this house and he has to lead. And I think that was hard for me at first, to not be overpowering and the one that wants to lead us. So I think that I struggled with.
What about you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think because,
I think you're really good at it. Like, even like what we were saying about the cleaning, how I've had to let go of that to be like, okay, I'm going to communicate better. I think you're good at just being able to let things go and be very relaxed about things. And
yeah, I think you guys are very much type A, and I am not. I'm type B, so nothing bothers me. Seriously, I just I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't expect perfection from anybody, not even myself. So, as long as you give it your best shot, I'm okay with that.
what about for you, Jess?
For me, I would probably say our phones, kind of loosening the reins and letting go of each other's phones. So, relationships before Taylor kind of spilled over into our relationship. And so, the ones before him, it was always this mistrust of like, well, what are you doing on your phone? Who are you talking to? Let me go through your phone. If you have nothing to hide, let me look, all this stuff.
Right.
And so, that was just a big thing. And so it spilled over into my relationship with Taylor. And when we first started dating, I even remember like trying to look through his stuff to be like, he can't be this awesome. And I eventually had to let that go. And then there's been moments like in our relationship where the phones have become a big thing. So probably over the last, 3 or 4 years, I think we've both kind of had to let that part of control go and just trust the other person.
I mean, is it that you guys were spending too much time on your phone
Right.
that it was a big deal? Like, what about the phones was a big deal?
That's what I was thinking, because now, I don't know if Taylor does, but I know you're really good about do not disturb at night. Does he have that as well?
His doesn't come on until like 11.
But is that because of that reason, like Alicia's saying? You guys were on it so much that now you have set up those boundaries to help you guys.
I think there were moments where trust was questioned.
Okay. So you
On
just
both
felt
sides.
better to check each other's phones.
Yes. Because even though, like early on, yes, he was that amazing. He had nothing to hide. I think as our relationship started to progressing, we both had moments throughout the last 12 years of our marriage that trust has been questioned. And I think for both of us, it was kind of like our phones were what we went to. Like, well, I'm questioning your trust, so what do you have on your phone? Yeah. So I think that's been the biggest thing for both of us to let go of. Like we have each other's passwords. We could go through it if we wanted to, but we have to trust the other person and know that what they're doing.
Correct. Now, so did you share passwords at first because of feeling insecure, not trusting that person?
We've always had each other's passwords.
For a reason? Because I think me and Nick did not have it for any reason. I think it was just, hey, this is my password. Not that there was any insecurity or anything. It was just genuine of, hey, here's my password. Or at first, did you have each other's passwords because it was a feeling of, hey, everything can't be perfect?
Like insecurity a little bit, or maybe,
right.
If
that's
you show me
such a
yours,
hard word.
If you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Right. Was it something like that? I'll give you my password if you give me yours. But then I don't think that is a genuine giving your spouse your password. When I gave it, it was just, oh, here it is in case you need it for anything.
Honestly, our passwords are the same for each other. We both have the same passwords on our phones. But, and maybe it wasn't insecurity things. I definitely was very insecure when we first started dating, just coming from relationships prior to him. And then, insecurities have shown up multiple times for both of us in our relationship.
Right. And I think that happens in every relationship. Insecurities in times of, love changes and relationships change. And I think that's okay, but you learn from them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That learning part's the big thing, yeah. And sticking through it. Like, that's one thing that, it's so easy for people to just kind of throw in the towel and say,
correct.
You messed up, I'm done.
Right.
But marriage is a lot of work, and I don't think, that was one thing that really, I guess, somewhat surprised me when we got married, was just knowing how much work, and we've talked about this before, intentionality goes into it.
Yes. It is a lot of work, and it's waking up every day and choosing that person.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
I think one time my husband considered going through my phone, like behind my back. And my only response to that was, don't come cry to me when your feelings get hurt.
See, but you were so good with that kind of stuff. Now, you guys do have each other's passwords.
Yes. I mean, technically I don't have his because I can't remember it. But, I mean, the
if
children...
you went home today and asked him for it, he would
yeah,
give it
and
to
the
you.
children know it, so...
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, you've never looked at his phone?
No, I was trying to think maybe, but out of, with the trust factor, I know in the very beginning of the relationship, I didn't follow him around, but I needed to know where, like, his location.
Okay, so speaking of location.
Yeah.
Do you guys all have Life 360 or anything like that?
I do.
I don't have Life 360, but I have the Find My Phone.
Find my friends.
Or Find My Friends,
Find
yeah.
my friends.
Find My Friends.
Do you ever check on their location because of something? Like you're worried about something?
I think in the past, I've definitely checked to see, like, what he's doing and where he's at. I think where we're at in our relationship now, really the only time that I go to that is if, like... Safety.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
That's why we
so
have it.
I think we talked about this before. Like, there was a wreck right outside your neighborhood, and the internet had gone out or power or something, and he was out doing visits, and I immediately went and looked at his location just to make sure that he wasn't in this area and that he was safe.
Right, and that's what we use it for. Do I think some people use it for a different intention? Yes.
Oh yeah, my intentions are definitely way different than that.
For safety?
I mean, safety is important, but I use to find his location when I'm supposed to be doing something like cooking or laundry, and I'm not. So that way, when I know he's on his way home, I can get up and actually
you use it
pretend.
in a reverse way.
Yes, it's for my safety.
So he's coming into the subdivision, you're going to get up.
Yes.
You make it look like you've been cooking the last
That's
20
right.
minutes.
I've been slaving away.
Now, does he know this? Because now
No,
it's
he's
out
going to
there.
know now.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, we're putting it out there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I have probably used it for that reason as well. Oh gosh, she's almost home. I better get up and do something.
Yes.
Especially when you work night shift.
Yeah.
Like when you work night shift and you're trying to sleep that next day, but you know you got to get up to get stuff done. It was like, okay, I got to get up. He's coming.
I mean, full transparency, today he went to the store and I had cooked the, like, base of our meal, and I was like, gosh, he's supposed to be home. Like, where is he? And he was, I don't know, like 2 stops from turning into the neighborhood, and I was like, I'm gonna go take a shower, so I'll have to help him get the groceries in.
See, so I'm not the only one.
And then
guilty.
that's when Walmart showed up too, so he had to get his groceries and
no.
Walmart's groceries.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Where are you?
I want to go take a shower.
I didn't know you were here.
Or the Walmart was coming. What a coincidence.
So that's probably my main reason why I find it.
So we can use it for good and bad purposes, like
good
that.
and bad purposes. Yes.
They probably use it for the same reason.
I
let's be
bet you they
honest.
do.
Oh, I'm sure. I could see, like, if we all went out to dinner, Taylor would be on the computer playing games, and he would watch our location and know, like, okay, she's about to get home. I'm going to get off the
gotcha.
computer so it doesn't look like I've been playing all night, make
Right.
it look like I've actually been doing something around the house.
I mean, I know other people, they follow their spouses or their boyfriends or girlfriends' location and then sometimes show up where they are, which I think is kind of creepy, but to each couple their own. They do things like that, and to make sure they're not with the opposite sex, things like
Oh,
that.
wow.
So it's a trust issue.
And it's definitely a trust thing. And and then I know people that turn off their location sometimes.
Which that's alarming, because if you got
That's
to turn
alarming.
off your location,
Yeah.
there's a reason for that.
That's
So
definitely
that's a red flag.
Yes, that's definitely a trust factor when the location actually accidentally, like
Right.
what people say, goes off.
Accidentally.
Yeah, quote
Yeah.
unquote. I mean, my teenagers used to do that to me, and then I was like, well, if your location goes missing, so will your phone. Give it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Ooh.
good.
Yeah, but I've never had my husband's location, or at least I never noticed if he turned off his location.
Right, because do you get alerted?
No.
Like, how would you know?
You would just have to.
check.
You would have to
You
randomly
would have
check.
to be checking, yeah.
Yeah.
And now your kids have used your location to show up
My
and
kids
surprise you and your
have.
husband.
Yes, surprise, surprise.
Meet
Yes.
you out for dinner wherever you guys are.
That's right.
See, now that's cute. To be like, hey, let me check where mom and dad are, and I'm going to go meet them for dinner.
Unless it's a date night, and then they just run the whole night by showing up.
Yeah.
Pull up another
It's
scene.
never. I mean, they don't ruin the night, but it is kind of funny when they. It's like, you missed me that bad, like the same
Aw.
mother that you huffed and puffed and rolled your eyes at just 15 hours ago, and it's like, they come and it's okay, it's nice.
Or did they come
doing
for the
something
free
right.
food?
They definitely come for the free food, the free groceries, anything, because that's usually where we are. So, but I don't mind, because it's only, eventually it's gonna stop, and the
Correct.
surprise pop-ups, at Trader Joe's won't happen anymore. So
Right.
I like that.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I think
cute.
that's sweet.
I think that is cute for the grocery store. I mean, I guess it's cute on dinner night, too. It's just kind of like, oh, well, so much for date night.
Yeah, yeah.
As you see your kid walking in,
I know it.
come and get a steak.
And all I see are my dollar bills leaving my bank account when I see them show up randomly.
Okay, so how do you feel like trust has changed in different seasons? Like when you've got a newborn, or you're living, I don't know if y'all have ever lived on one income, or if your spouse is traveling a lot for work, or you're changing jobs. Do you feel like your trust has changed because of those seasons in life?
My trust only got stronger because there were definitely many times in our marriage that I was unemployed. And I never felt like I had to ask to spend money, or not stash away. I couldn't stash away into my own secret, non-secret account. But he trusted me to not frivolously spend the money, and I trusted him to give me the money.
Now, was there communication there, or you guys, it was just a mutual respect?
It was just
and trust?
mutual respect. We never sat down and said, hey, I'm unemployed, so I'm only going to use this amount of money. It's just out of respect, I think, that, we had to pay the bills. I couldn't
Right. Yeah, I agree with
splurge.
that. And I think every time that we've all changed jobs.
Yeah.
Every time that I have changed jobs, it's been something that we have communicated with together before. And I think that's like a trust and, respecting him of, hey, what do you think about this? Should we do this?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's been similar to that.
I wouldn't necessarily say that our trust in each other changed with changing jobs, but I definitely had to rely on him a lot more. So it was
Right.
more like those times where new jobs and things like that, it was like I couldn't give my 50-50 in the relationship. I could only give 20 because the job is stressing me out. So I had to rely and trust that he was going to make up that difference. And he
I think
did.
it changes in a good way, the trust, not in a bad way.
That's
like
right.
Alicia was saying. I think it does make you stronger as a couple. I think you do have to struggle as a couple to be stronger. I do think
yeah.
even those times where you financially, whether it's been in the relationship together, I think there's some form of struggle and tribulation we all have to go through to be stronger at the end.
I would agree with that. And
Yeah.
it's very unfortunate. It is unfortunate that you have to go through those things. But I will say everything that we have been through has definitely made us stronger.
Correct.
Where we are now.
I agree. But it's a choice every day.
Yes.
Definitely.
It is.
And trusting and communicating, I think, is just huge to build that.
Yeah, I would agree. So how do you actually build or rebuild trust? We each came up with one simple, doable thing. Keep your promises, even the small ones. If you say you're going to be home by 6, be home by 6.
Be transparent about money, your feelings, your struggles. Hiding things chips away at trust real fast.
Apologize without excuses. Sometimes a genuine "I'm sorry" is all it takes to repair a crack.
So trust is like this cucumber mint margarita. It's all about the balance. Too much sour, too much sweet, and it's not right. but when you put the right ingredients together, it works beautifully. All right, friends, that's a wrap on the trust factor. We hope this conversation helps you and your spouse check in with each other, because trust isn't something you build once and forget. Be sure to join us next week for week 8, Marriage in Transition, how big life changes affect your relationship. Whether you're moving, changing jobs, having kids, or starting a whole new chapter, we'll be talking about how to stay connected when life is anything but stable. Until then, keep sipping, keep loving, and we'll see you in the mess next week. So here's to love,
Laughter.
And surviving the mess.
One margarita at a time.
Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and find us on social media. Don't forget to share us with your mom friends who could use a little reminder that none of us have it all together.
Marriage, mess, and margaritas. Life's a mix and it'll never beat us. Raise your glass, it's time to cheer. The wildest stories, you'll hear them here.